what happened in 1945 in Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
The present day Congo, that is Democratic Republic of Congo, that is Central African nation, was a Belgium colony.
Right, sir.
So these minerals are critical in a way because they are very difficult to be found. Do you know what is the extent of EEZ of China? Just 8 lakh square kilometers.
Wow.
Very less. Whereas we have around 2 million square kilometers of EEZ.
Hello all, welcome back to this episode on edutalks. We are dealing with the subject of geography. In this series, we are looking at some interesting current affair issues, and as a current affairs faculty, I pick up all these news articles, but specifically for geography, we are talking to an expert, a professor with 20 years of experience in teaching geography for UPSC aspirants, and also he worked with National Geographic. So when we pick up these news items, how will UPSC pick up these points and view them through the lens of a geographer? This interesting anecdotes will be decoded by our sir, Mohan sir. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So we'll be looking at some issues that are in discussions in the last couple of months, or rather,
Sure.
I would say last 1 year for
1 year.
UPSC Prelims. So I want you to help us understand how UPSC can pick up these points from a geographer's lens.
Yes. For both prelims and mains.
For right now, we'll start with prelims, sir.
Definitely.
Okay. So the first news is about an interesting anecdote. Like, I want to inform to the students about the connection of Congo to what happened in 1945 in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There is a mine in Congo, Shinkolobwe.
Yeah.
You all know that, sir. So I think you've personally been there as well.
I've been there.
So we'll have to talk about that as well sometime later. But coming back to the story, Shinkolobwe, like, what is the importance of this mine to the atomic bombing of 1945 in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Because it has a context today too.
So you should understand a bit of world history here.
Right.
The present day Congo, that is Democratic Republic of Congo, that is Central African nation, was a Belgium colony.
Right.
Let's say from 1908 to 1960 to be exact. So during this period, you can see World War I, World War II. Okay. So when Germany captured Belgium, okay, so in the World War II, there were fears that the Congo mine, that is Shinkolobwe mine, might come under German control. Right. So there was a lot of fears about this mine having one of the richest source of uranium in the world. It is nearly purest form of uranium, you can say. So what if Germany comes in control of this?
Right.
So there were a lot of fears in the scientific community, mainly. So the two scientists, Leo Szilard and Albert Einstein, so wrote a letter to US President Franklin Roosevelt about highlighting this crucial aspect, that what if this mine comes under German control, they might utilize that uranium to make an atomic bomb.
Wow.
So now it's like Franklin Roosevelt now deviates this uranium for his Manhattan project. This uranium was extracted from Congo. Like, a lot of people got killed. Environmental impact was very high. And this uranium was used to build the nuclear bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 9th, 1945.
The irony.
See, it's like, this is Congo connection. We call it as a Congo connection. So when we observe, when the world observes uranium, this like bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki as a kind of an event that highlights the impact of nuclear weapons. Right. Even in Congo, they observe a black day.
Right.
They're observing that what happened, the uranium from their mine was used on this to such an extent. So that's Congo connection.
Very interesting, sir. I think it's even relevant in present times because the discussion is again boiling back to this critical minerals.
Yes,
the world is moving towards energy transition. net zero goals.
Yes.
Again, it is all circling back to Africa.
Yeah.
There is a Chinese connection now as well.
Yes, true.
So, for the viewers, can you explain the context once again and tell how it is relevant now?
See, we are talking about critical minerals here, basically. So, one of the largest reserves of critical minerals are in Congo.
Before that, can you, just for the viewers' discretion, can you tell us what exactly are critical minerals? How are they different from the so-called rare earth minerals? Because a lot of aspirants get confused with this. Can you just help us understand that from a geographical standpoint?
See, these are basically non-fuel elemental substance.
Right.
Not to be confused with those minerals which are used for fuel purpose. Right. Basically, non-fuel elemental substances. It includes both metallic, non-metallic substances in it. So, wide range of minerals which are very crucial for all technologies, modern technologies. Let me put it that way. Let's say whether it is your telecommunication or green energy, right, or defense, weapons, for example, or for space. It can be used in wide variety of applications, including our automobile industry. So, these minerals are critical in a way because they are very difficult to be found, mined and processed. And at the same time, since there are few countries which have large critical mineral resource and also supply chain logistics, we call it as, or disruptions we can call it as. So very few countries are mobilizing these resources. Let's say they have the mines also, they have the refining capacity as well. As a result, they control most of it. Okay. These minerals are critical for any country's economic growth and development, whether for meeting their net zero emission targets also, as well as for their economic and strategic importance. So let's say, for example, China has majority control over these critical minerals as well as the refining capacity. Right. Like even if you have rare earth minerals or critical minerals, extracting them, refining it takes longer time. Correct. Whereas China does it, like 90% of it is done in China. So as a result, so everybody has to depend indirectly on China. So even in Chile, like we all know about the lithium triangle. Right. Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, we have a lithium triangle. Or whether it's in Congo, critical minerals, all are taken to China for reprocessing and refining. Interesting. So it is like kind of a dominance, monopoly in the field of critical minerals. So that is the reason everybody is talking about this critical minerals as such, because it is of huge economic importance as well as, let's say we can talk about national security of a country depends upon this today. Right, interesting, sir. So circling back to the news item again, there is this mine in China, Bayanobo, which is the largest reserve for all these critical minerals. Yes. When they already have those mines, like why are they trying to control everything else? Like, are we missing something here, or is it just, can we accuse China of being greedy? See, this is what geopolitics is all about. Right, sir. Okay, so if you notice carefully, many countries have very vast exclusive economic zone. Right. Okay, so where we have from our low tide baseline up to 200 nautical mile is our EEZ. Okay, so many countries have vast EEZ. Do you know what is the extent of EEZ of China? No, sir, please. Just 8 lakh square kilometers. Wow. Very less. Whereas we have around 2 million square kilometers of EEZ. That means we are open to vast Indian Ocean where we can harness this minerals, polymetallic nodules or polymetallic sulfides from the water. Whereas China has limited access to it. Right. So what they are doing is, like wherever they have mines like this, Bayanobe for example, which is located in northern China, in the inner Mongol autonomous region basically. So wherever they find these concentrations in their own country as well as in rest of the world, they want to extract those and keep it under their control so that the world will come after them. So they have complete monopoly over these minerals. And that is also one of the reasons why China wants to occupy many parts of South China Sea. As you know, 9 dash lines and all. So that is one of the reasons why they try to expand their territory. Controlling more land, more water means more access to these minerals, means more monopoly. So they can keep many countries under their control. Interesting, sir. So again, circling back to the context of UPSC aspirants, one more area where we can talk about this critical minerals, rare earths, and bring it back to the domain of India. So we have this goal, net zero by 2070.
meaning that we have to move away from our existing fossil fuels.
Fossil fuel, yes,
A business as usual approach is no longer going to work. And in this energy transition, the access to these minerals is going to be extremely important.
True.
And since we don't have the access to these minerals, like we don't have the reserves in our country as much as, let's say, China or Australia or the South American countries, we have brought some policy changes in this context.
Yes.
So just for our viewers' understanding, we'll give them a context, like how the existing Mines and Minerals Act has been amended recently, and a series of minerals were brought out from the so-called atomic list.
True.
And I would want you to take over from here because it is your area, sir. Like,
Yes.
why are only these specific minerals taken out from the atomic minerals list and then now placed under the critical minerals list? So I want you to explain the difference between critical minerals and the atomic minerals. Like, both of them sound similar to
Sounds similar, yes.
very fresh aspirant.
Yes,
So
yes.
you can help us understand that.
Yeah. So let me first answer that question that you asked earlier, that why critical minerals and rare earth minerals part. Okay. So critical minerals are broad set of minerals. I told you, non-fuel elemental substance. There's a wide range of minerals. Within that, we have around 17 specific elements considered as rare earth elements.
Right.
17 to be specific. This number can come in the exam.
Right.
How many of the critical minerals, or we can just reframe it, how many of the minerals are considered as rare earth elements?
Right.
So around 17, you have to remember that. These rare earth elements have a very similar atomic structure.
Right.
And also they are very rare. Main problem is their extraction, because they are not found everywhere. So you have to extract in such a way, I can say economical viability is very low.
Right.
They are not found in many places. So as a result, they have scattered everywhere. So you have to find them. Extracting them is not economically very viable.
Right.
Means you are spending more money than their actual value.
Correct.
So there is again another part. And when you extract it also, you will be getting in limited quantity. So they are rare earth elements. 17 minerals are being identified like that. Okay. Rest of them are all available. Most of the critical minerals are available. Only thing is they are very critical for a country's national security and energy independence.
Right.
They are considered as a critical minerals. So that is one part. Coming back to this recent amendment. So in 2023, there has been an amendment to the Act. So in this, around 6 minerals have been delisted from the atomic list, such as we have titanium, tantalum, zirconium, niobium. Then we have a set of minerals called beryllium. So these minerals have been delisted from that, so that the private participation is increased. Earlier it was only government regulating it, mine or exploration. So now they want private players also to take part, so that there is a broad scope for extraction, one. And also offshore, they are opening it to the private players also. Then apart from that, they are auctioning out the leases of critical minerals as well. So these are some of the 3 major changes that they have brought in the recent amendment. So this will bring in foreign investment also in this field. Earlier it was not allowed.
Right.
So this will increase the chances that our own companies will manufacture so-called magnets, for example,
Right.
neodymium,
Right.
iron boron magnets that are in news.
Right.
So which is very crucial for our electronic devices. Even your earphone,
Right.
to speakers, to the electronic goods we use, they require those magnets. Very powerful permanent magnets, which are also in news, for
Right.
example. So they will be asking about NIB,
Right.
neodymium, iron boron magnets. So that is also another very important aspect to this, which is very
Glad that you brought it up, sir. So there is again, for our viewers, one more news where China has been restricting India not to re-export this magnets
Yes,
back
yes,
to, let's say, countries like
US.
US or all the European countries.
Yes.
There is a strategic significance to this news. Can you help us understand why China is trying to do that?
So again, coming back to the same thing, China has the monopoly on this as well.
Right.
So most of these, what we are talking about, neodymium, iron boron magnets are permanent magnet with a very high magnetic strength. No other magnet comes even close to this. And these magnets have wide ranging application, especially in defense and space.
Okay.
So China giving us this magnet, and obviously they will be worried if India diverts it to US, because US might use it in their defense parts. So they want to control these minerals so that only they have a dominance. So if they let it go, for example, other countries have access to it, so it will be a problem for them. There are only 3 places where these are found.
Oh, okay.
So that is another important part. One is in China, that is Bayan Obey mine, that is one part. Then another one in US, there is one particular place like mountain where this particular mineral is found, neodymium, and another one in Australia. These are only 3 places.
Okay.
So as a result, maximum it is found in China. As a result, they want to have a monopoly over this magnet as well. So in order to reduce our dependence on China on this, because obviously we don't want to be in their stronghold, especially in the field of magnet. So what Indian government did, they started magnet mission. We have a national magnet mission now.
And a corresponding
Yes.
PLI scheme is also coming.
Yes,
up.
yes. So what we are doing, like we have our own companies now coming up with these magnets so that we don't have to rely completely on China.
Right. Is the use of this magnet in, let's say, a strategic sector like defense, a new trend, or was it always there?
It was always there, but everybody was like getting it from different parts of the world, processing it in our country in a small scale. But now everybody fears that some countries might stop exporting it. Let's say even the reserves, whoever they have, it's coming under the control of China. China's monopoly, even in Congo, if you notice. So they are trying to control that also.
Right.
So as well, everybody fears that the source of these minerals itself will be reduced now, will be controlled now. As a result, places like Afghanistan, Balochistan becomes important for us,
Right.
where there are a lot of mines are there.
It's a beautiful intermix of geopolitics and
Yes, yes.
geography. So geography is actually shaping up
Yes.
our geopolitics.
True,
Interesting, sir. So in this context, again, like I am a current affairs teacher, so I always circle back to these
Yes.
news items.
Yes.
Recently, there was a discovery on the banks of River Sutlej by some
Yes.
IIT students
Mm-hmm.
about tantalum.
Tantalum.
Which is also one of the 6
list. Yes.
minerals that were delisted from the atomic minerals list, and they were brought under the critical minerals list. Can you tell me the implication of this discovery, sir?
See, earlier, and actually I should tell you, this was an accidental discovery by the students. So they were collecting river sand and they were testing it for different mineral resource. And they found out that it was tantalum. And when their professors also investigated, they found out to be one of the largest reserves. So you should know these rivers flow from the Himalayas, Sutlej especially, from the passes of Tibet. It enters India and it flows through in India and into Pakistan. So these rivers erode the rocks, Himalayan rocks.
Right.
So putting it simple words, when the river erodes the rocks, it brings it all the way across, depositing it in the form of alluvium.
Yeah.
So on either side, we'll get these deposits. So nobody had ever thought about this, that these kind of rare minerals will be found in these river sediments. Correct. Normally, everybody would think that these are alluvial soil,
Right.
Khadar, Bangar soil. So what is agricultural importance? Nobody would have thought about it. Now, that says that we have a large scope of finding such very rare earth minerals on the river banks, whether it is Ganga or Yamuna or Sutlej or Indus tributaries.
Right.
Correct. So because all these are Himalayan rivers. So Himalayan rocks are a lot of minerals which we still don't know. So weathering of these rocks by the rivers can be very crucial, and the way they have been depositing the sediments on either side will also come under sand mining again, which is again another environmental impact.
Right.
So as a result, we need to be worried about that as well. Yes. So government is now going to explore all rivers as well.
Right.
Because in India it was found, that means obviously we'll be interested. Otherwise, these tantalum are found in Venezuela. Let me tell you that also.
Okay.
So very large reserves of tantalum is in Venezuela. Again, China had a control over it. If you remember how China was there in Venezuela when the Venezuelan president was kidnapped. So you should know all this.
Very interesting, sir. When you're putting it that way, the current affairs from geography.
Yes.
Where is Sutlej? Where is Venezuela? Where is China? It's interesting to know that from you.
Yes.
One more thing, like just for the context of our viewers, tantalum is very powerful in the, like, why is it specifically used is because it is very strong. And maybe there is some utilization in the defense industry as well. Do you see this shaping the landscape of environmental governance in our country, especially in the context of our historical, our conversation with beach sand minerals, for example.
Okay.
It's a new dimension that we will have to clarify for our viewers. So we have critical minerals, we have atomic minerals,
Rare earth
minerals. Now we are adding up a new dimension.
Yes.
Beach sand minerals.
Beach sand minerals.
So all confusing, sir. Can you help us demystify this?
So it's like beach sand minerals, let's say. So we have around 13 to 15% of the world's beach sand minerals. These beach sand minerals are formed along our coastline, formed due to weathering of rocks and concentrated by the sea wave action.
Right.
So let me repeat, weathering of rocks by the sea waves and concentration of these minerals by the sea waves along the coastline. They are found vast stretches of coastline from Gujarat all the way till Bengal. So all 9 states along the coastline have this. So that is one important aspect. So these beach sand minerals have the highest concentration in Odisha and Kerala.
Okay.
There is a place called Brahmagiri Coast, Odisha, right. Chavara Coast in Kerala, Ratnagiri, part of Maharashtra, and southern districts of coastal Tamil Nadu have the richest beach sand minerals. So these beach sand minerals are 7 set of minerals.
Okay.
So basically they are ilmenite, rutile. Remember they are source of titanium.
Right.
Then sylvinite, zircon, monazite, leucoxene, garnet. These 7 are called as beach sand minerals. Some of them also find them in the critical mineral list as well. So as a result, so you can see a broader subset here. So where we have beach sand minerals, part of them are also critical minerals, which are very crucial for our national security as well as for India's economic progress.
Correct.
So that you should understand here.
Also, speaking of which, this brings us a new challenge in terms of governance, because we have had a central list, a state list, a concurrent list.
Yeah.
Now with this critical minerals update, since they are of strategic importance to this country, there will be a tussle between center and state. How do you think aspirants should view this? They should basically understand the logic of why these are placed under critical minerals, why they are placed under minor minerals, major minerals.
Yeah. See, first and foremost, I will make it very simple here. So these minerals are very crucial. So what the government did, they bought all these critical minerals on the union list altogether. So cutting off all type of, let's say, any kind of negotiation that state might do, because these are very crucial. So all these critical minerals are now under union list now.
Okay.
Once for all, no more debate on this, because the state won't have any say on it.
That single fact will be very useful for aspirants to eliminate options.
So it's in union list, so no point. Rest of the debate will not go on, especially for the states, because they have no say over it.
Correct.
Some beach sand minerals, yes, they have. They can mine, and they can also go for exploration. But most of these critical minerals, which most of them are atomic also, right?
Right.
Radioactive in nature. So as a result, that has been bought under the union list completely. Right. And also the coastline change and all we have as a result.
Speaking of which, glad that you brought it up. So for many years, our traditionally textbooks say that our coastline is 7,500 kilometers. But recently, not a lot of people would have known this. Now the coastline is not 7,500 kilometers anymore officially. How is that the coastline can increase? Because that is not possible geographically.
Either you have to acquire territory, increase our land area.
Then that has not happened, because we would have known it by now.
Yes,
that's the case. So who is deciding this coastline, sir?
Yes. See, we have an organization called Survey of India,
right,
and also a National Hydrographic Office. Both are in Dehradun.
Right.
Okay. National Hydrographic Office conducted a survey across our coastline. So one major change they did is, say they used geographic information system, satellites, and the scale of map they used were 1:250,000. This particular scale of maps they used, and they included all the landforms also, coastal landforms.
Right.
Remember, we have coastal landforms like tombolos, we have islands, right, we have for example, barrier islands we have. So all those they included. So some places we have stack, stump, all those coastal landforms we discussed.
Correct.
So they included all this, and they have come up with a new number. 11,098.9 kilometers is our new coastline length.
Okay. So if someone says that 7,500 kilometers is the answer, should I mark it as right or wrong?
Wrong.
Right.
Yes.
If you say it, we'll take it.
That's it.
So we have discussed a series of issues,
Yes.
and this is very interesting, and it's also fun to be a part of this conversation, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for taking out your time and giving our viewers your perspectives on how UPSC can shape our thinking. We'll again connect back again
Sure,
with your
definitely.
permission again in the next
any
episode.
day, anytime.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's it from our side. Stay tuned to the next episode in this series. You will have many more such episodes, interesting insights where geography, international relations, policy will converge and explain to the viewers on how those can be asked as questions. Welcome again to the session next time.